Good afternoon and welcome to Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where our Carthage Firebirds women's soccer team will be taking on UW Oshkosh Titans this afternoon. Carthage is coming into the game off a 1-1 draw in their last home match against Marion. Unfortunately, in that game, they were up until about the 88th minute or so, 87th minute, I think, and then they gave up a very late goal to give up that draw. Prior to that, Carthage had won 2 games in a row, 1-0. So they have 2 wins and 1 draw in their last 3 games. They come in 2-2-1 overall, but they are 2-0-1 at home, so they have yet to lose a game here at home. As I mentioned, the last game was a draw. Before that, they had 2 wins. Carthage was 3-8-5 last season, and they've started this season off 2-2-1. Oshkosh, on the other hand, they come in so far this season 1-3-1 on the season. They did just come off of their first win of this season, though, in their last game. That was a home game against the University of Olivet from Michigan. They won that game 4-0, so they are coming off a 4-0 win. But prior to that, they had 2 losses to open the season, a draw and another loss, so that was their first win of the season. So the Titans are coming in 1-3-1 on the season, Carthage coming in 2-2-1 on the season so far. These 2 teams have played a few times before. They have a little bit of history together, although it goes back a little ways. 2019 was the last time that these 2 teams played each other, and that was a 1-1 draw that was here at Art Keller Field. They also played in 2018, where Carthage won 3-2, and in 2017, Carthage won this tilt 3-0. So they have played a few times in the past. Carthage has had the better of those matchups, and at least the most recent matchups. But the Titans have had some really good teams in the past few years. Last year they were 5-9-5, so a fairly similar record to Carthage's in terms of wins, losses, and draws. But before that, in 2021, University of Oshkosh women's team was 16-2-2. They were 7-0 in their conference that year, and they were the conference champions in 2021. So they have had some success in the program, although in the last year or so, it's been pretty even in terms of looking at Carthage versus where the Titans have been coming in. In terms of players to watch this afternoon, there are 2 players so far for the Oshkosh team that have 2 goals on the season. That's Riley Kaufman, the senior. She's number 4. And Annika Roosh, who is a sophomore. She is number 6. Both of those women have scored 2 goals so far on the season. They are the leading scorers. Coming in from last season, Riley Kaufman, again, number 4, the senior, had 6 goals in 2022. Number 20, Greta Steins, the sophomore, also had 6 goals back in 2022. So both of them were the co-leading scorers last year, and so far this year, 4 and 6, Riley Kaufman and Annika Roosh are the leading scorers. On the Carthage side so far, it's been pretty even in terms of how the goals have been spread out among the team. Jess Beamer got the goal in the last game. She was the goal scorer in the game against Marion. And in the previous 2 games, the goal scorers were Leah Martin. That was in the win against Aurora. She scored the only goal in that one. And then on the 6th, their win against Beloit, Amelia Price was the goal scorer there. So they've scored 3 goals on the season by 3 different players. Last season, Maggie Thome had 2, and Katie Talons had 4. Katie Talons was the leading scorer with 4, and Maggie Thome and Lisa Traxel were also on the board from last season. Okay, so that's what we have so far going into this afternoon. The teams are starting to line up, as you can see across the field from us. Pretty nice day for soccer here. A little bit of sun, a little bit of breeze, but pretty cool right around the 70-degree mark, so not too hot for a game. This field has dried up pretty well from last night's rain, and it should be a good game this afternoon at Art Keller Field. So we have the UW Oshkosh Titans taking on the Carthage Firebirds in this afternoon's game, and we'll be right back after the opening lineups, which will come from the PA announcer very shortly.
Switching lanes in the Grand Rapids. We're the ones that kept it cool without it. Titty niggas start acting. Shoot them like a film in a movie. Gonna let them have it. We ballin' like the March Madness. All these cops shooting tragic. I'm the one that living lavish. Like I'm playing for the Mavericks. I don't want to the might have made me fool her even though she average. On the basis, we gon' wake up and smoke up some blunt. She gon' keep it so real with her that I'ma come back and always gon' fuck for her. Been the curve and the spur like a motor bus. I was working and serving in Nautica. I get high till I'm higher than Mercury. Girl, I'll teach you that recipe. Hey, around, you gon' be out of here. Make it say, huh, like a with juvie. Soon as that word hit the city, we move it. Most up up in honest and shoot us a movie. Post up in honest and shoot us a movie. Take the tool inside the club and just in case a nigga never gotta use it. Get a paint a coat and pour it up. Dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and know the Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up a gas. Switching lanes in the Grand Rapids. We the one that kept it cool without it. Till you start acting. Shootin' new like a film in a movie new. Gon' let them have it. We ballin' like the March Madness. All these cops shootin' tragic. I'm the one that live in lavish. Like I'm playing for the Mavericks. I don't want to they might let me for even though she happy. Nah. Tell me what you think we hustle for. I just wanna buy the world. Do the impossible. What you think we out here working for? Rich gang. I just wanna buy the world.
DJ Lil Brad.
Do the impossible. Hey. Bought the bands for my baddest.
Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Art Keller Field for today's game between the UW Oshkosh Titans and the Carthage College Firebirds. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Titans, number 3, Lauren Silvestri. Number 31, Elena Clark. Number 6, Annika Rausch. Number 11, Molly Jackson. Number 12, Brianna Kell. Number 14, Mackenzie Stein. Number 17, Anna Zenz. Number 21, Rosie Rajeski. Number 23, Gabby Bourne. Number 28, Kate Whitney. And number 1, Emma Sorial. The head coach of Oshkosh is Erin Compernal, and she is assisted by CJ Dwyer and Taylor Reichow. And now your starting lineup for the Carthage College Firebirds. Starting up, a junior, number 3, Maggie Tom. A senior, number 5, Emma Oldani. A junior, number 6, Lisa Traxel. A sophomore, number 10, Jessica Bamer. A sophomore, number 11, Maya Stone. A sophomore, number 17, Kendall Henley. A junior, number 18, Faith Roberts. A junior, number 21, Leah Martin. A junior, number 26, Addie Serenas. A junior, number 27, Amelia Price. And a sophomore, number 1, Ainsley Stallworth. The head coach of Carthage is Ian Wilson, and he is assisted by Kiera Coleman and Alberto Centeno. Fans, please stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
crazy, I'm on my own. If I'm waiting, it's on my phone. If I sound lazy, just ignore my tone. Cause I'm always gonna answer when you call my phone. Like, what's up, danger?
Okay, so there we have the starting lineups for today's game. In terms of Coach Wilson's lineup, pretty familiar in terms of the players that he's starting. Not a lot of changes there. In terms of across the back, I think we have Maggie Thome, Lisa Traxel, who have been the two fullbacks so far. Looks like they'll remain in those two positions. They've been very strong at the back so far. Maya Stone and Addie Serenas, as the fullbacks have been very strong defensively up to this point, and so he's sticking with those players today. A few changes in terms of midfield, although Emma Oldani has been starting the last few games, so that's not a surprise. Kendall Hennelly, the freshman, also getting a start, which she has gotten quite a bit of playing time and lots of starts so far. Faith Roberts and Leah Martin also in that midfield. A little bit of a change up front. Amelia Price comes back into the lineup. Amelia has been out for a couple of games after an injury that she suffered, so she'll be back, and she's one of the scorers already this season, so nice to see her back. She usually plays as kind of the central striker position. Usually Katie Talons plays up there alongside her, but Katie's getting a break today, so not sure exactly what the lineup will look like. I guess we'll see once they line up, and we can see kind of who's also in that sort of attacking part of the field. Certainly Amelia Price will be up there, but we'll see what other midfielder has been tasked with getting forward. So you can see the two teams now getting huddled up on the field and getting ready to start the game here today. Carthage, as I mentioned, has been playing very well defensively until that late goal that they gave up the other night. They had 2 straight clean sheets prior to that, so that has been a strong suit of their game. I would say the challenge of their game really has been in terms of getting shots on the offensive end so far. They've actually been outshot so far on the season 80-39 in their 5 games, so that's a pretty big, they've given up twice as many shots as they've taken, so that's a pretty big difference. I was also looking at the difference between the two teams, and so far the Titans on the season have gotten off 62 shots, and Carthage has only gotten 39 shots off in that same amount of games. So that'll be something to kind of look for, is can Carthage get a little offense going? They've been strong defensively. Ainsley Stallworth, too, in the goal, has kind of taken over the goalkeeping position. She's out there again today. She's got a .86 goals against average so far this season, and as I mentioned, 2 clean sheets going into that 1-1 draw last time. So here we are, kickoff. Amelia Price is up front there, and it looks like Jess Beamer is going to be taking that other forward position. I failed to mention her, and she scored the goal in the last game, so that's not a surprise. As you can see, she's tracking the ball down in that far right-hand corner. She's number 10. Nice step in there. That's number 11, Maya Stone. No. Actually, that's, nice shot early. Oh, and had to come right to the keeper there. That's Emma Soriol, who's the goalkeeper for the Titans. She's a 6'2 junior from New Lenox, Illinois, so good height, and she needed it all on that play. Comes back the other way, but Carthage with a nice little play down there, getting into the offensive zone. That was Kendall Hennelly, I think, who did some work on the edge of the box to get that shot off. We've got a throw in here now on the near side. Oshkosh trying to find some room and get it centrally. It's number 3, Lawrence Silvestri, who gets it wide. And they'll try to go right through the center here. Kendall Hennelly, the freshman there. There's Emma Oldani putting on some pressure. It comes centrally. Emma Stone is there, though, and she clears it to this near side. Amelia Price giving chase there. That one goes out of bounds, and that will be a Carthage throw. Lisa Traxel's the fullback on this side. She throws it in, finds Kendall Hennelly, the freshman who, as I mentioned, has gotten a lot of playing time so far this season and has shown great skill in that kind of central midfield position. She's plays some defensive midfield, but I would say primarily in the attacking zone. She's usually very central and kind of right behind those 2 strikers is where she is currently. Lisa Traxel plays it back to Stone and over to Serenas. Those 2, I think, have really been the strength of the team so far. Beamer tries to make a turn there, but isn't able to. It comes all the way back into center field where it's played by Leah Martin. bounces around there, and there's a foul spotted by the referee, so that'll be a free kick to Carthage. Maggie Thome lines it up, although she now leaves it for Addie Serenas to take that free kick. It's just about 2 yards inside Carthage's end. And it looks like she's looking long here, trying to find something into the box. Instead, she goes to the right to Maggie Thome. Back to Addie. She tries to find Leah Martin there, who's playing in a kind of defensive midfield role. Leah Martin this time trying to smash that ball forward, although it does end up going back to Oshkosh. And now they're playing it through the middle of the field. Oshkosh, of course, a non-conference opponent for Carthage. They play in a completely different league than Carthage does. They're in the WIAC with most of the other branch campuses of the University of Wisconsin system. As I mentioned, last season they were 6th in that conference, 1-3-3 on the season last year in conference play. They don't start conference play for a little while, though. Just like everybody else, they're playing their non-conference schedule. Their first conference game will be on the 30th of this month. They'll be playing UW La Crosse in that one. Maya Stone now at the back. Plays it smartly into the center, but it's not able to be moved out to the side. Carthage is in the middle of a run of games here. They'll be playing Wednesday night. It's in the box now. Maya Stone with some nice footwork there to get it out, and she just clears it to the near side, not taking any chances in that dangerous area. As I was mentioning, Carthage has a game on Wednesday at UW Whitewater, and Saturday the 23rd will be their CCIW opener, where they'll play Illinois Wesleyan at Illinois Wesleyan. They're actually not back here at Art Keller Field after this until October 4th will be their next home game. Carthage trying to get the ball upfield. Kendall Henley with a nice little play there to fool her opposite number. The referee plays advantage here. He was going to call a foul, but he decided that Oshkosh had an advantage, so he played it, and they are moving it upfield now on that far side. Trying to find some space. It does go down to the corner there. It's Brianna Kell. She now crosses it in. It's Addie Serenas who's there, though, to head it out. Comes back and a shot from outside. That's number 21, Rosie Rajeski, pardon me. Rosie Rajeski with the shot there, but not a shot on goal. So that's the second shot of the game. Carthage had the first shot, which was by Amelia Price, had that first shot on goal that was well saved back there in the Oshkosh goal. And now it comes all the way back. Oshkosh playing it upfield. Trying to go down the line. Nice defensive play there. That was Faith Roberts, who's on the left side of midfield, and that will be a Carthage throw, so she did well there to get that ball. Amelia Price now, she's down in that deep in that corner, she pulls it out, she shoots, but goes harmlessly past the side of the goal. She didn't have a great angle there. Probably could have looked for a pass rather than taking the shot, but she decided to give it a whirl, and it did go wide and will be a goal kick. Emma Soriol, as I mentioned, the goalkeeper, takes it long. And now Oshkosh has it on that far side. Nice play there by Maggie Thome, though, to get past her attacker and knock that ball out of bounds. Looking at the goalkeeper situation for Oshkosh, Emma Soriol is 0-3 so far on the season. She's got a 3.67 goals against average, so Carthage will be looking to get one past her today. She has given up 11 goals in her 3 games that she's played. So that one goes harmlessly behind again. No substitutions yet in the game. Coming up on the 10-minute mark or so. And it looks like Carthage, rather than playing this out from the back, will play it long. Goal kick by Stallworth. Bouncing around in the midfield a little bit there. Kendall Hennelly, though, picks it up with a nice run. Trying to get it past the defender, which she does. She's got some space now. She tries to cross it. Jess Beamer was making a run down that right-hand side, but it didn't quite make it all the way to her. But it will be a throw-in for Carthage on this near side. Lisa Traxel's lining up to take it. She goes back to Maya Stone, who goes all the way across field. It bounces around there a little bit. Jess Beamer is able to pick it up off that bounce. She crosses it. Amelia Price is there. She gets a foot on it. Emma Oldani trying to get at that ball, but not able to. It comes all the way back to Leah Martin, who's playing, as I mentioned, in a sort of a holding role. She makes a nice play there to get that ball clear, but it does end up back at the feet of Oshkosh. Here they come now the other way. Referee thought about a foul, but decided not to call it. Amelia Price now playing in that kind of central pivot. She tries to find a wide ball, but it is picked up by Soriol on the edge of her penalty area, just around the 18-yard box. She kicks it long downfield, just over midfield. Carthage trying to get some sustained. Price with another steal there. They've picked up on some loose balls there so far in the offensive end. She tries to cut through the 2 defenders, looking for a foul perhaps, but didn't get it. That'll be a Carthage throw. She looked at the referee like she wanted a foul there, but didn't. The foul was not called. Throw in Carthage. Well, this one goes back the other way. So that will be an Oshkosh throw. So far it's been pretty even, I would say, in terms of possession. Not a big advantage for one side or the other. Price again now. Beamer with a nice turn. And Moldani's making a run up that right-hand side. Tried to find her, but the angle wasn't quite right there. Good effort. But as a consequence, Oshkosh comes back with some numbers. Carthage rushing to try to get back on the ball. Comes to this near side now. That's number 23. That's Gabby Bourne. She tries to go down deep into this corner to number 12. That's Brianna Kell. Kell makes a nice play there to knock it off of Lisa Traxel and over the end line, so that'll be a corner kick. Corner kick for Oshkosh, their first of the game. See what they're going to do with this corner here. First opportunity. It's like number 6, Annika Roosh. She takes it, tries to find one of her players, which she does. Nice pass there, but a nice block. Very nice block there. That was Leah Martin. And Moldani with some good hustle to chase that ball out of bounds on that other side. So it looked a little threatening there. Molly Jackson, the forward for Oshkosh, had it briefly in the box and tried to lay it off for one of her teammates, and the shot was blocked probably a good 12 to 15 yards outside of the goal. Headed back out by Carthage this time. They'll try to cycle it back around for another opportunity. Lauren Silvestri now. She tries to drop one in behind there, but it does go all the way over the end line, so that'll be a goal kick for Carthage. Still no substitutions by either side. They're sticking with their original lineups for now. Addie Serenas goes long downfield. Beamer again. She's had some nice turns there, trying to get that ball upfield. Maggie Thome now battling for it. And that'll be a throw to Oshkosh. They go long downfield. Serenas with a player on her back. And that was a goal kick. It looked like there might have been a foul down there, but there was no foul. So a lot of the fans below me are calling for a foul there, but apparently there was a little bit of, I think, pushing going back both directions. Must have been the way the referee saw it, too. Wasn't a clear foul, and it would have been a penalty, though, because it was in the penalty area. So that's certainly an important call. The referee didn't deem that there was a foul there, at least nothing worthy of a penalty, so play continues. There's Molly Jackson again, trying to find that ball through. She's been active in the midfield, but so far has not found the key to unlocking the Carthage defense. Coming up on the 30-minute mark here, about 31 minutes to play. Closer to 32, really, at this point. But we've gotten through the first 15 minutes, both teams with a little bit of possession. So far, Carthage with one shot on goal. Oshkosh with 2 shots, but no shots on goal as of yet. Stallworth hasn't been called to make a save. Nice through ball there. Jess Beamer couldn't quite get there before the keeper, who was alert to it, alert to the danger. It's a good idea there by Carthage to try to set her free. Jess has quite a bit of speed and can sometimes catch up to that ball. But the keeper, Sarial, was alert and was right there on the edge of her box to play that ball before Jess could get to it. Now it's coming back the other direction. Oshkosh making a little move forward here, just on the edge of their own zone and heading into Carthage's zone. Interception there, though. Leah Martin with a nice play there. Tries to find Beamer again. Beamer's been making those little runs up the right-hand side, but nobody has found her with an open pass yet. Comes back this direction. Gabby Bourne. And again, she plays it off of Traxel, so that will be another corner kick for Oshkosh. They did get a shot off last time, although that shot was blocked. But they made a nice little run to the near post, about 15 yards from the goal, and a nice little layoff there. So we'll see if that's a play that they'll try to do again. They go a little bit longer this time. It bounces in front. Bouncing around there now. That's always dangerous. And Stallworth is there in the right place at the right time, just beyond her own goal line. That was a little risky there, letting that ball bounce around, but in the end, Carthage is able to get a hold of it. Stallworth with, again, a real long kick. Price is trying to get underneath that. It bounces there. She tries to play it out to the far right-hand side. That's Maggie Thome catching up to it. She has possession there, and she wins Carthage a corner. So that will be Carthage's first corner kick of the game. See if they can return the favor here. Try to get an opportunity from this corner. It looks like Lisa Traxel's going out there to take that corner on the far side. Amelia Price is right in front of the goal. Maya Stone has come up from defense. One of the taller players. There's that ball into the center. Comes to the far post. Looks like it crossed over the goal line before it got to the goal. So that was out of bounds. And that'll be a goal kick to Oshkosh. Lining up their goal kick now. And it goes harmlessly out of bounds on the far side. Maggie Thome getting ready to throw it in there. About 10 yards inside of Carthage's half. Tries to go long to find Price. And now Oshkosh tries to go long. Gabby Bourne again on this near side. A lot of the offense has gone through her so far. Down into the corner, trying to find number 12. That's Brianna Kell. But it does go just a little bit too far for her, so that will be a goal kick. They take it quickly. Addie Serenas has it now. Jess Beamer tries a little turn there rather than a header. Kendall Henley gets on that ball. Jess Beamer with some good hustle to get at it, but it does end up squirting out of bounds there on the other side. Just at midfield. Throw-in comes all the way back to the Carthage defense. There's a foul for sure. Emma Oldani was the one who was fouled, but she's back up and shaking that one off. It's a hard foul, but I don't believe there was a card issued or anything. It was just a little warning from the referee. Oldani now plays it back to Thome. Out of bounds there on the far side. She'll try to throw it in this time. Carthage trying to get something going in that offensive zone. So far they just had the one shot, and that was very, very early in the game, just in the first few minutes. Since then, they haven't had much opportunity in that final third. Not really found a way through yet. And there's an offside. I think Jess Beamer got on that ball, but she came from an offside position. She was offside when the pass was played, so that'll be another offside on that end. Carthage gets possession back now. Ball goes out of bounds. You can see the two coaches roaming the sidelines over there. For Carthage, Coach Ian Wilson is in his 5th season. And for UW Oshkosh, Erin Copernol is in her 19th season. So she's been there for many, many years. As I mentioned, they've had some great success over the years. And she's a long-time coach in that same program. Trying to find a pass backward there. Oldani going back to Thome, but goes a little bit awry there. Sun coming out a little bit, warming up here. As I mentioned, we did get some rain yesterday, and there apparently going to be some more rain either tonight or tomorrow. The men's team is in action tomorrow, but not here. They're in Milwaukee, playing the Milwaukee School of Engineering tomorrow afternoon. I think that's a 3 p.m. kickoff in Milwaukee. For those of you that are up there and want to catch a good game, that should be a good one. There's a shot from long distance. It bounces around there. I think that was Kendall Henley who made that effort, but it was from a good 30 yards out probably. Comes upfield. There's Henley again. And she was pushed, so that'll be a free kick to Carthage. Just inside of the Oshkosh zone. About 5 yards inside there, as you can see. Maya Stone usually takes these, and she's got this one lined up as well. Carthage has a number of players lined up on the edge of the 18. It's dropped in there nicely by Stone, but it is headed out. And the Titans come back the other direction, although Stone is there, reads the play, intercepts it, and goes back to Traxel. Leah Martin now tries to get it out to this side. Faith Roberts was the intended recipient of that pass, but it didn't quite connect. little bit of a miss kick there by Martin, and that ball goes out of bounds again. That'll be another throw. Oshkosh's number 25, Shannon Walsh, will be taking the throw in here. Nice play of Kendall Henley there. She just went right around her defender. She has lots of room to run there. She tries to play right through the center, but just a little bit too much on it. She had a nice run there and had players on either side. Tried to find Amelia Price, who was making a run up the middle, but it ended up in the arms of Emma Soriol, the Titans keeper. Maggie Thome plays it back. Addie Serenas now trying to turn her defender, which she does. Emma Oldani with a nice little pullback there. Back to Serenas. She's going to go long. It's blocked there, but Kendall Henley's on it. She tries to make another one of those little turn around the corner moves. We're now under the halfway point of the half, the 21-minute mark. Still no score here from Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And there's a hold. Referee calling the player back here. Not sure if that'll be a card or just a conversation. Usually when there's a stoppage of the clock like that, there is a card involved. But I guess in this case, maybe not. So, no card. The referee just wanted to stop the clock just to have a little conversation with the player, with Molly Jackson. But no card was issued. Stone tries to go far downfield. Now here comes Oshkosh. Nice little turn there. That was number 14, Mackenzie Stein. But now Oshkosh has it on the far side, trying to find Stein again in the middle. That ball bounces around. Stallworth almost overran it a little bit, but ended up reaching up high to get it just about 10 yards, 12 yards outside of her goal. Looks like Carthage is maybe readying their first substitution of the day, too, with about 20 minutes to go here. So Coach Wilson has gone with his original starting lineup for the first 25 minutes of the game, and now is kind of looks like he's considering a substitution. I think that's Katie Talons maybe who's there. Nice play by Price to find Thome, but it comes back. She's not able to control it over there. Good hustle to get back on it. There goes Kendall Henley now with another good play. She shoots from long distance. Would have been a field goal, but isn't a goal, unfortunately. Quite a bit over the net there from that shot. Carthage has had a few shots from those kind of distances, but haven't really had much success. So Jess Beamer goes off and Katie Talons comes in. And for Oshkosh, Annika Roosh comes off and Elena Clark comes in. So our first substitutions of the game, Katie Talons comes in. Katie's a senior from Des Plaines. And she'll come in that same position, kind of a forward right-hand position. Oshkosh had a little run there, but isn't able to do much with it. It goes harmlessly over the net. Some good defense there played by Serenas and the Carthage defense. Katie Talons had been starting most games up to this point. Does not yet have a goal on the season. But as I mentioned, she had 4 goals last season. And I believe she was the leading scorer for Carthage. So she's come in now, and she's in that kind of right-hand channel of that attacking 2 with Amelia Price. There's Price. There's Kendall Henley now, trying to go crossfield. She's beaten that ball, though. She had kind of a loose touch, and it got a few yards in front of her. Leah Martin's there, though, defensively to clean that up. Maya Stone now. Faith Roberts and Leah Martin cleaning that ball up at the back of defense. Katie Talons with her first touch. Lost that ball. And Oshkosh picks it up on the far side. He'll try to move up that sideline. Good defensive play there by Oldani. She was there and covered it. Here's another substitution by Oshkosh. Gabby Bourne is going off for Gabriella Matteo. And Rosie Rajewski goes off for Bryn Higgins. So those are the two substitutions for Oshkosh. Traxel with a nice interception there, but she's only able to get it upfield a bit. There was a foul there, I guess. A little bit of a push in the back, maybe. I think that's what the referee saw, so he'll give that free kick to Oshkosh. They're going to line that up and take it long, it looks like, at this point. There it is, long into the box. Headed out by Henley. Maggie Thome almost was able to get that upfield, but it comes back. There she is on defense now and watches that ball go out of bounds. So that'll be a free kick for Carthage, goal kick. Ainsley Stallworth is lining it up. She's flanked by her two central defenders. And now has decided to take it long rather than play it out from the back. So she'll try to find one of her targets. That one doesn't quite make it to the midfield. It comes back fairly quickly. There goes Molly Jackson now. On the ball again. Oldani again with some good defensive play. She's been very alert there on the right side of midfield. Kind of playing as part of that midfield four, I guess you'd call it. I'd call this kind of a basically a 4-4-2. You can see the two players most furthest forward are Price and Talons. In behind her is Henley, maybe in a slightly more advanced position than any of the other midfielders. Oldani, Roberts. And Martin kind of playing just behind in a slightly more defensive role today. Does look like now, though, coach is... Oh, I thought he was going to make some more substitutions, but I think it was just maybe some additional players warming up. That substitution was actually an Oshkosh substitution. Now Oshkosh has it in the box. In a dangerous position. Stone with a really nice foot there, though. Really in exactly the right place. She has just been a rock solid on defense all season long. Here she is again, being called into action. And again, she gets at that ball before the Oshkosh defender, or before the attacker, I should say. Mia Price with a nice turn there. Now Katie Talons making a run off of her. There she goes. Katie Talons brings it all the way down to the byline. She's got it right in the corner of the penalty area, waiting for some support. She tries to cross it. Kendall Henley was arriving there. But other than those two, it's hard for any of those midfielders to get into position. They're playing fairly far back, so it's hard to kind of find any numbers there. It's a pretty defensive shape, I guess, from Carthage. Stone there with an interception. Lisa Traxel now. Nice little give and go, but it goes a little bit too far. Looks like another substitution for Oshkosh here on about 13 minutes or so. That's 25 Shannon Walsh. That's going off, and 27 Kaylee Fry. coming in. Fry comes all the way across to take this throw in. Tries to find someone centrally. Oldani, though, picks it up for Carthage. Tries to find Maggie Thome, but she's guilty of a push there. So that'll be a free kick and coming back the other direction. Just about the 40-yard line for the football field, as you can see. Taken long. All the way into the box. And it does float all the way over the goal line. Here comes some major substitutions for Carthage. Amelia Price going off, Kendall Henley going off, Emma Oldani going off. Caitlin Chope, the freshman, has come on. Sarah Fitzgibbon as well will come on to play midfield. And I'm not sure who that third substitution is. We'll get that for you. There you see Chope for Price. She'll play up top. Ah, yes. Bea Sanchez-Flores comes in. Also as well, she'll play in probably about where Kendall Henley was playing. You can see she's just sort of right behind in a central attacking midfield role. There's Sarah Fitzgibbon with her first action. She's playing on the left side of the midfield here. Sarah's played a number of different positions for Carthage over her time here, including defense and midfield. Good play by Katie Tallons there. There's Bea Sanchez-Flores trying to get it upfield, but not finding a connection. Maggie Thome, though, with a nice interception. She'll go back the other direction with it. She's still got it over there. Going all the way down into that far corner, looking for a cross. She does cross it, and that'll be another corner for Carthage. They've only had the one corner so far here today, so this will be their second one. Number 4, that's Sarah Fitzgibbon, who's gone across to take it. Sarah is a senior from Lombard, Illinois. She'll take that with her left foot and some kind of an in-swinger. Carthage has 6 players in the box. Comes into the box, punched out there by the keeper. Wasn't able to catch it, but was able to get it clear. Trying to go to this far side so Fitzgibbon could get another crack at it, but it is knocked out of bounds on that far side. So we're under 10 minutes to play now, about 9:45. Carthage applying a little bit of pressure here. Oh, and there's a foul on the far side. Katie Tallons was knocked over there, so she'll be heading into the box, and Sarah Fitzgibbon, who took that corner, will now be lining up this free kick as well. She's right at the touch line there, probably about 25 to 30 yards away from the goal, so she'll be looking to find a pass here, but nobody in that kind of a position. So it goes straight to the keeper, Emma Soriol, who will look upfield now. Takes that goal kick. Ball bouncing around a little bit. Fitzgibbon eventually gets it, brings it back to Stone. She tries to play it far side. Katie Tallons, almost was able to find a little connection there with Maggie Thome, but it comes back in the midfield this time to Oshkosh. They're also trying to find a way through. Both teams have looked pretty strong defensively and not a whole lot of offensive output on either side. So far, 3 shots for Oshkosh and 2 for Carthage, although each team with only 1 shot on goal. Oshkosh has had 2 corners. Carthage now has had 2 as well, so even there in terms of their corners so far. A pretty even game statistically. And also even on the scoreboard. We're still at 0-0 here in Kenosha. Getting close to the halftime mark when we'll see the coaches try to make some adjustments. But we've still got a good chunk of the first half to play here. Serenas now will take that ball, launch it downfield. Neither of her teammates able to get on it there, although Caitlin Chope tries to find Katie Towns that time, but it doesn't quite come off. And Oshkosh coming back this direction now. On the near side, that's 27, Kaylee Fry. She tries to go centrally, it's blocked there. Now here comes Oshkosh again. That's number 7, Gabriella Matillo. Shot off the crossbar. A long distance shot there. That ball came off the crossbar. Almost really off the underside of the crossbar and then ended up right in front of the net, but not a Oshkosh player there. That was really from distance. I think it surprised everybody, including maybe Ainsley Stallworth there. That shot was probably from 25 yards or so. But almost put Oshkosh on top. Titans corner kick now. Stallworth with a nice punch. He does get it clear. Not far, though. Another block this time. And Carthage gets me going the other direction here. Katie Towns trying to keep it in. She does. Caitlin Chope trying to turn her defender. Goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw in for Carthage. Another substitution coming. It looks like Maggie Thome's going to get a break there. There you see the the replay. So I believe that was a substitution in the right back position. I think Stephanie Mitchell has come on as a right back. There's Stephanie on the ball now. Nice pass into the center. Leah Martin goes back to Maya Stone, who tries to direct traffic downfield. It's a miscue there by the Oshkosh defender, but not a back pass since it was more of a deflection than it was any kind of intentional pass backwards. We're under 5 minutes to play now. The ball right at midfield. Stone steps up, knocks it out of bounds. She has been rock solid again today. Bea Sanchez-Flores with a nice little flick there to get it up to Caitlin Chope, who tries to go wide, although Katie Towns had come kind of central at that point. So wasn't quite in that wide position. Good hustle from her, though, to get all the way across the field and win a throw in. Stephanie Mitchell will take that right in front of her coach. And now Oshkosh trying to build something up here on this right-hand side. They've tried that a few times today. Traxel's there, though, in the right place. Fitzgibbon looks around back to Traxel. All the way back to Stone. Stallworth goes upfield. That is intercepted nicely there by Kate Whitney. Nice ball into the corner. There's a cross. And Sarah Fitzgibbon stepped right in front of her, of that attacker. I think that was Molly Jackson who was right there in front. And a really important defensive play by number 4, Sarah Fitzgibbon. She just stepped in the path of that shot, just as it was about to come off, so that was looking dangerous. Katie Talons gets up quickly. Now it's coming back this direction. We're under 3 minutes to play now in the first half. Both teams will be trying to avoid anything negative here in this last few minutes. And that ball goes out of bounds as well. So some good defensive play by Stephanie Mitchell on that far side. She's come in at that right back position. In a few of the games, Coach Wilson really hasn't made many substitutions across the back, but he did decide in this instance to give Stephanie Mitchell some minutes over there in that right back position. Oshkosh controlling it, crossing midfield. Near side, Gabriela Matteo. She had a nice shot from distance earlier. Maris Hune is getting some minutes here on this side. Far side over there. Crossed. Some good defense in the middle again by Carthage. They've let a few crosses come in, but they've been able to clear everything once it has gotten into the box. Ideally, you don't want those crosses to come in at all, but when they do, Carthage has been equal to the task. So Caitlin Chope now has a little bit of space. She's going to make a run up that right-hand side. She's got a lot of space over there. It's just her and Katie Talons, and there's 4 defenders back for Oshkosh, so it's difficult for her. Bea Sanchez-Flores is trying to make a run to get a third Carthage player, but that's been an issue so far, just having nobody in the box when they do get that ball down there. Under a minute now, you heard the PA announcer. And that'll be a throw in for Oshkosh on that far side. So statistically, again, fairly even. 2 shots on goal for Oshkosh, 1 for Carthage. 3 corners for Oshkosh, 2 for Carthage. So it's been relatively even. One more little run here possibly, trying to fashion some kind of an opportunity in this last minute. Katie Talons is putting some pressure on, but it is cleared. And just about 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So that is the halftime buzzer from Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The score at halftime is UW Oshkosh 0 and the Carthage Firebirds 0. We'll be back after a 15-minute halftime break. And we are back here at Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin for the second half of Carthage College women's soccer. Today's opponent is UW Oshkosh. The Titans are in town today from Oshkosh, and so far this game has no score. 0-0 is what we have so far in the game. And the halftime statistics show a little bit of an advantage, or a fairly decent advantage, I guess you could say, for Oshkosh. They have had 59% of the possession in the first half to Carthage's 41%, so almost 60-40 in terms of overall possession. They also had a lot more possession in the attacking part of the field. They had 63% of their possession was in the Carthage half, where Carthage basically 70% of their possession was in midfield between their defensive half and the offensive third, so basically kind of in that middle third of the field. So a lot of possession for Carthage that they did have was not necessarily in very attacking positions. Only about 14% of their overall possession was in the attacking quarter of the field, so really not a lot of opportunities, although in terms of shots on goal and shots in the first half, 2 for the Firebirds, 5 for Oshkosh. So they did have twice as many, which, as I mentioned earlier, has been pretty spot on in terms of their overall season averages. So kind of what you'd expect to find. Corner kicks also a slight advantage for Oshkosh. They had 3 during the first half. Carthage only had 2. So Carthage will look to kind of get a little bit more offensive possession here. Hopefully they can get a little bit more time on the ball and maybe in some more dangerous positions. Katie Talons has started the second half, even though she didn't start the first half. She goes in to try to battle there, but not able to get anything going. Looks like Amelia Price is back in that central striking position. Kendall Hennelly also back in. I think beyond that, all of the starters from the first half are in. So the only start from the change, I should say, from the starting lineup is Katie Talons, who's come in for Jess Beamer, who I think. Here's Kendall Hennelly now, though, early on in the half with a run into the opposition box. Katie Talons is the only one there, and that'll be a corner kick. Hard to cross it when you only have one player in the box. There was probably 3 Oshkosh players, and Katie Talons the only one there in a white jersey. So Carthage will try to take advantage of these set pieces. This is the corner, as I mentioned, the third corner of the game. Looks like there is a potential injury, although the Oshkosh player is trying to walk it off. The referee has stopped play just to make sure that she is okay. She's limping a bit, but it looks like she will stay in the game. So the Carthage is lined up with Amelia Price just in front of the keeper. They've got another 4 players that are rushing the goal now. Oh, it was a nice cross, actually. It almost went in. I mean, it was really came right to a position where the keeper had to save it in order for it not to go in. So it really didn't get a play on it there, Carthage, but such a strong corner there that it almost went all the way into the goal. Lisa Traxel now lining up on this side for another corner, so the second already of this half. It comes centrally, bounces back out. Oh, and Traxel tries to knock it back in there, but unfortunately it got squirted off her boot and over the touch line. So a couple of opportunities, though. That's good to see early on here in the second half. Carthage with 2 corners in the first 3 minutes here already of the half, so that's a good sign that they're hopefully will be able to find more opportunities in this half. Amelia Price now from distance and a shot from long distance. It bounces just in front of the keeper, probably from 30 yards out. Not a difficult play, but it could have bounced anywhere, I suppose. These artificial turf fields, though, you get a pretty true bounce, so that would be probably a trickier play, I think, on natural grass than on turf, because turf does tend to roll and bounce pretty true. So nothing particularly challenging there, although you never can tell. Amelia Price now, she makes a turn and trying to run down that ball, but there was an offside. The referee on the near side is indicating offside. So Oshkosh will bring it all the way back and have a free kick at the position of the offside. They take it relatively short. Nice interception there by Faith Roberts. Maggie Thome there with a good defensive play. Comes back upfield, and it took a little hooking bounce and stayed in. Oshkosh now trying to go around the outside. There's a hard fall there by the Carthage player. That was Maggie Thome. She seems to be okay, though, just gets right back up and seems to be just fine. So that's good. Could be a free kick right there. Addie Serenas takes it downfield, trying to find Price, but it's headed out of bounds there. That's number 9, Ariana Gonzalez. Kendall Hennelly now. Back to Thome. That goes out of bounds. That'll be a throw in for Oshkosh. Taken long downfield. It goes all the way through, and Ainsley Stallworth is there. That was a little bit of a danger. Of course, you can't be offside from a throw-in. An unusual rule of soccer, one of the many. So they tried to take advantage of that there and get a player behind the Carthage defense off that throw-in, but it did not come off in the end. Cross from that far side, but right into the waiting arms of Stallworth. Not much of a threat there, not really much of a presence in the middle for Oshkosh. Stallworth goes long upfield. Katie Talons trying to measure that bounce. Comes back though. Oldani gets in the way of that one. Carthage dropping off. Oshkosh taking that opportunity to get upfield, but it is deflected into the path of Ainsley Stallworth, who was alert to the danger and came out and picked that ball up. She'll take another long kick downfield. Punt. Emma Oldani now. Goes all the way back to Stallworth, who has to play it with her feet since it was a back pass. Good hustle play there by Katie Talons, but it does end up going out of bounds for a throw. Oshkosh again trying to go real long on those throws. It goes all the way through, but Stallworth again is there. Carthage has seen that a couple of times already now this half. Looks like Oshkosh is trying to go over the top, as they say, with one of those throws in the Carthage end. This one comes back the way of Oshkosh again. Molly Jackson with a nice little layoff there. A cross just goes wide. Not by a lot. Ainsley Stallworth seemed to be pretty sure that was going to go wide. She wasn't too bothered by it, but it looked to me from this angle like it was a little closer maybe than she anticipated. But in the end, it does go wide and will be a goal kick. Maya Stone is lining it up. Of course, either a defender or a goalkeeper can take those goal kicks, whoever the team decides is best suited to it. And there's a foul on Price. Referee not happy that the ball ever stopped moving there, I think was the case. So he'll bring it all the way back. Now it has. Sometimes they take those kicks a little too quickly for the referee's liking, and he'll call them back to make sure that that ball at least was stopped on the ground before they played it upfield. Gives the defense a chance to set a little bit. And that is the rule. Emma Oldani now right in the center circle. She plays it out. Nicely done. Maggie Thome tries to cut it back inside. She's in the box now. She crosses. Oh, and just at the corner post. Emma Soriol has had a pretty good game in goal. She was right there in the right place. Thome went for goal in the end. And it was saved by Oshkosh. But a good shot on goal there for Carthage. And again, getting some more offense already really in this half than they had in the first half. They now have 3 shots on goal. They're now got more shots on goal than Oshkosh has. So they've turned that stat around. There was a foul on the near side. Maggie Thome was fouled. Going to give her a moment to kind of make sure she's okay. Referee's just sort of checking on her here on the near side. And he's going to call timeout. And it looks like Maggie is okay. And she's walking that off. So no trainer required on this case. Now Maya Stone. Right foot into the box. Amelia Price is there, but can't quite get her head on it. It's headed out of bounds, but that'll be a throw to Carthage. So this is a good position for a throw. Maybe for an opportunity, possibly. Amelia Price is playing down in the corner here. Henley coming towards the throw. That ball goes long, though. Comes all the way back to Thome. She tries to play it around her defender, but there's a second defender there. Oldani that time with a little kick out to make sure that that ball went out of bounds and that Oshkosh didn't have it going up the other direction. Long throw again, way downfield. This time there aren't many Carthage players back. Just the central defenders really were the only ones back there, but fortunately the ball did not make a good connection and Carthage was able to get a few more numbers back. And eventually there's a foul called. And so that'll be a Carthage free kick. Addie Serenas is lining this up. Stopped there by Oshkosh and drilled forward again. Emma Oldani now. Leah Martin goes all the way back to Stone. Makes a nice turn there. Faith Roberts, Kendall Henley. She gets it back. Goes back to Stone, her defender. Who makes a nice ball up the center. Amelia Price gets to it first and goal!
And a Carthage goal by number 27, Amelia Price.
So Amelia Price back in the lineup and back in the goal column as well. Great to see her back on the pitch today. She had been out for the past few games with an injury that she suffered a few games ago. So really nice to get her back and getting her second goal on the season and giving Carthage a 1-0 lead. As I mentioned, I think at the outset of the broadcast prior to the last game, they had 1-0 victories in 2 of their games. So they had kept clean sheets and got a single goal. So maybe that will be the formula again here today. That one goes out of bounds and will be a goal kick for Carthage. So Amelia Price with her second goal of the season. Amelia is a junior from Oak Forest, Illinois. Oak Forest High School was where she went to high school and has been an important contributor for a number of years here. Now in her third season with the Firebirds. A really nice ball over the top. I think Maya Stone was the one who knocked that ball over the top originally. Not 100% sure on that, but I think, oh yep, it was an assist for Maya Stone. So in addition to her great defense now, she has also an assist on the day. So she had a really nice ball over the top. Price caught up with it, beat her defender, and slotted it home. So that has been the challenge for Carthage, has been scoring goals so far this season, and so nice to get that one on the board. That ball just comes out to this near side and out of bounds. So just coming up on the 30-minute mark, 1/3 of the final half has been played here. And Carthage is now on the board. Amelia Price with the goal. That was at the 58-minute mark, 58-10. There's the replay. Beautifully done by Amelia, just to slot that ball in on the run. Not easy to do, certainly. A little bit of a mistake at the back here now. Oshkosh has it. Stone gets there, though, and there was an offside. And so that will be a Carthage free kick. Looks like they'll leave it probably for Stallworth to take. There's Price. Katie Talon's now making a run, trying to get... Oh, and she trips, unfortunately. She's right back up, though. Great hustle from Katie, as always. Emma Oldani goes back to Maggie Thome. We'll see a substitution for Oshkosh. Looks like number 8, Lauren Janssens, is going off. And number 4, Riley Kaufman, is coming in. So a substitution there. A long throw. That left back really has a good long throw. Annika Rausch. And another foul there, and another free kick for Carthage. So they've had the better of this second half. Really, they've turned it around. As I mentioned, they were behind after the first half in terms of possession, 60-40, but I'd say in the second half that has flipped, or even maybe even more than that. I would say Carthage probably has more than 60%. But the lead is only 1-0, so it's still very much up in the balance, this game. Maggie Thome trying to move it forward on this side, trying to keep it in bounds, which she does somehow. And now Oshkosh coming back. And now here comes Oshkosh. That's Gabby Bourne, who has really good skills there. And there was a foul in the build-up there, so that will be a free kick to Oshkosh in a sort of a dangerous position here. So Carthage will be hoping to be able to defend this effectively. Just about 30 yards out from goal. It's on the 20-yard line, but of course the goal is at the back of the end zone, so that's about 30 yards out from goal. Getting ready to take that. There it is. It's long and too long. Kind of aiming for that back post, it looked like. But it was a little bit too high for anybody to get a hold of it over there. Carthage will have a goal kick. They're in no hurry to take it, but they do take it short. Stone now. Nice play in the midfield. Trying to find Amelia Price again. Kendall Henley gets on that ball, though. She's looking for a teammate. She goes out left. Lisa Traxel has made her way forward. She makes a nice little turn. Oh, couldn't quite get her feet sorted out there. She made a nice run down that left-hand side, but couldn't quite marshal the ball once she got there. Substitution for Oshkosh again. Gabby Bourne went out. Gabriella Matteo, or I'm sorry, Brianna Kell went out. And Maris Hune has come in. Up the middle. Oldani picks it up there and gets it upfield. Katie Talens with a header to Amelia Price, who holds it up nicely. Uses her body to shield the ball. Goes back to Henley. Maggie Thome now. She's looking for a way through. She goes around the outside. Nicely done. Using that speed. And that ball does go out of bounds. So good effort to try to get up this right-hand side. Couldn't quite get around her defender, but a good thought. And she looked like she had the speed to do it. It just didn't quite come off that time. Goes upfield, but Carthage will have the throw in there. And Ainsley Stallworth has that now at the back. She's been in good form lately, only given up 1 goal in the last 3.5+ games. That was that late one on Wednesday this last week. I'm sorry, it was Sunday last week, not Wednesday. Get them a little bit mixed up sometimes. That Marion game last week. First women had 2 games last weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. This week, just this one. This game on Saturday, a shot from long distance. That was Molly Jackson. Giving it a shot from distance. And we've just now reaching the halfway point of the second half. 22.5 minutes gone. Carthage with the 1 goal of the half and the 1 goal of the game. 58-10. Amelia Price with the assist to Maya Stone. Goes all the way back this time to Stallworth, who sure-footedly kicks it away. Really trying to find Amelia Price with those long kicks, who then can play it to the runners, running off of her, mostly Katie Talens, and in some cases Kendall Henley as well. There was an offside there, a little bit of a delayed call. But Oshkosh uses that free kick to get into the zone, and a shot towards the near post. Ainsley Stallworth is there and easily able to corral that one. Ainsley is a sophomore from Fresno, California, all the way from California. Most of our players are from the Midwest, but she hails from California. Now Oshkosh getting a little bit more possession in these last few minutes here. Showing a desire to try to get that equalizing goal. Trying to find a teammate down there. It bounces off the corner flag. It's still alive, and that'll be a corner kick. So a corner for UW Oshkosh. The Titans so far have had 3 corners today. This will be their 4th. No goals yet. They have 6 players on the edge of the box now going towards the goal. It's headed out there. A shot comes in from distance. And Oshkosh brings it back in again. That time Emma Oldani with a nice block, and she's moving upfield. Tries to find Amelia Price on a little step through there. A little mistake. Amelia Price picks it up. She's got Katie Talens wide on the other side, I think was probably offside in any case. kind of run beyond the defense there. So that'll be a free kick for Oshkosh. So a little bit of a opportunity there off of a mistake by the Oshkosh defense. Amelia Price was able to pick that ball up and head up field with it, but not able to find Katie Talons, who was making a run on that far left-hand side until it was too late, and it was eventually blocked. Emma Stone now. Maya Stone. I think once a game I have to call her Emma Stone. That's just, you can see how that happens when there is Emma Oldani and Maya Stone. So a couple of substitutions now. Kendall Hennelly has gone off, and also Faith Roberts. Bea Sanchez Flores is back in. And Sarah Fitzgibbon has also come back in. Carthage will have a throw in now. Ooh, and there's a... Serenas was going for a long downfield kick, and it ended up getting the Oshkosh player right squarely in the head, but that was the sound of alarm from the crowd, but she gets right back up and seems to be in just fine shape. So luckily, no injury there. We've had a couple of close calls, but no injuries so far here today. That ball went all the way out of bounds, so that'll be a goal kick. Some good movement there by Oshkosh in midfield, trying to get through that Carthage defense, which they have done. At least gotten it into the penalty area. But a good play out there. I think that's Lisa Traxel on the far side. It'd be a throw in for Oshkosh. They're making another substitution first. They're able to control that throw in, looking for some way to get it across field. There's a nice run into the box there, and a shot, and a goal for Oshkosh. The equalizer with 17 plus minutes to play.
And an Oshkosh goal by number 11, Molly Jackson.
So Molly Jackson, she's been very active today all day long, and she found herself with a good shot there. Molly is a junior from Appleton, Wisconsin, I should say. She went to Appleton East. So Molly Jackson with the equalizing goal, and we're now at 1-1. You can see there the nice cross, and she slots it into that low corner. Well done for her. Molly Jackson does have one goal already on the season, so this will be her second goal. And an important one in that it draws the Titans even at 1-1. So both of the goals in the second half, Carthage scoring at the 58-10 mark. And just about 15 minutes later at the 72-50 mark, Molly Jackson assisted by Elena Clark and Mackenzie Stein. So Clark and Stein with the assists, Molly Jackson with the goal. Carthage now looking to respond. Trying to find some offense here. They've had a few opportunities. Trying to find a way to get through that defense. Be another substitution here. Looks like Lauren Silvestri is going off. And Maddie Anderson has come on. Yeah, tries to nod it over the head of the Oshkosh defense. Bea Flores Sanchez with a nice interception there. Katie Talons back to Oldani, tries to find Flores Sanchez. Or Sanchez Flores, sorry, got that backwards. A lot of bodies flying right now, but no fouls. We're under 15 minutes now to play. The final third of the final half. Nice defensive play there. Addie Serenas. Be another throw. Little collision there. The ball goes down into this corner. Attempted corner there from Oshkosh, but it does go out of bounds. Carthage substitution. Katie Talons is going off. Caitlin Shope, I believe, is the player who's come on, and it is, yeah, that is Caitlin Shope. Caitlin is a freshman from Plainfield. Nice play there by her on one of her first touches. Oh, and offside. It was late being spotted by the referee. The assistant had his flag up, but it took a moment for the referee to realize it. That'll be a free kick, taken long downfield. Addie Serenas is there to intercept. This time it goes long upfield. That's how Carthage did score their goal on a kind of a long ball, such as this one. Not able to track this one down, though, and it does kind of end up going the other direction. Maya Stone is there, though. Amelia Price tries to knock it through, but it ends up coming back to Oshkosh, who's going to make a little run here now. Addie Serenas is there, though, and is able to boot it downfield and out of bounds. Looks like that'll be an opportunity for Oshkosh to make a couple more substitutions. There you see Kaufman off, Hughes off, Lauren Janssens comes in. And also Brianna Kell also came on. A little bit of dissension on that call there, but it was called a foul by the referee. Carthage fans didn't like that call, but I suppose that doesn't really matter. It only matters what the referee thinks, and he considered it a foul. So this will be a free kick for Oshkosh. About 40 yards out. And it flies right into the breadbasket of Ainsley Stallworth. No trouble there. Very sure-handed keeper. And there's a foul going the other direction. And a free kick to be taken by Maya Stone. Maya is a sophomore from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Anchoring the defense and also with an assist this afternoon. And there's a foul in midfield. The game is a little bit stop-start right now. Quite a few fouls. 10 minutes left to play here. 10 minutes for one of these teams to get that winning goal. Probably the next one's going to be the game winner. If there is another goal in this one. With just 10 minutes to play. And a foul inside there. Oshkosh is looking to get this going quickly. Goes downfield. Nice play by Traxel. Another nice play by Herb. Some good hustle. Bea Sanchez Flores now goes back to Sarah Fitzgibbon. Tries to turn it, and she eventually does. She goes up that left hand touch line, and it'll go all the way out of bounds. Sarah Fitzgibbon trying to keep it in the zone. Back up, Sanchez Flores has it again. She tries to find a teammate, but it rolls all the way through and out of bounds. So look, both teams looking to make a couple of substitutions here. Bea Sanchez Flores goes off. Sarah Fitzgibbon goes off. And I believe Faith Roberts has come back on, as you can see there. And I think Kendall Henley also. Yep, so the two starters come back in after a little spell on the bench. Get a little rest and a break. Maya Stone with good hustle there, but that ball does end up going out of bounds. Under 8 minutes to play now. Not at 1-1 here at Art Keller Field in Kenosha. Although here's Oshkosh with a little play in the Carthage box. That's number 12, Brianna Kell. But it is played out. Caitlin Chope trying to get a little run on it there, and she is able to knock it off the Oshkosh defender and out of bounds, so that'll be a throw in for Carthage. Amelia Price goes right around two defenders. It does go out of bounds. She wants to take that throw quickly, and she does. Throws it downfield. It goes off of Oshkosh and out of bounds, so that'll be a Carthage corner. It's a good time to get a corner and a good position. Under 7 minutes to play. See if Carthage can fashion some kind of an opportunity here. Maybe get the goal to separate these two teams. Late in the game, they gave up a late goal in the last game. They'd love to score a late goal here in this one. Nice corner. It's in the zone. Lisa Traxel tracks it down. Maggie Thome tries to cross, but it does get blocked there, and now it comes all the way upfield, trying to turn this around, but it goes out of bounds. So, lucky for Carthage there. Oshkosh was trying to find a little outlet there after the, yeah, there was a handball there. And so that'll be a free kick to Carthage, if I'm not mistaken. It came off the hand of the player. And it looks like we're giving it back to Maya Stone. She has 1 assist already today. Love to get another one here. Just over 5 minutes left on the game clock. Stone with a nice ball into the center, beautifully lofted in there, bouncing around. No handball there. Some folks calling for it, but it would have been harsh, I think. Katie Talons now down on the end line. Can't quite get that to come off. So there'll be another substitution here from Oshkosh for this last 5 minutes of the game. Carthage looking for an opportunity to score that game winner, but also being careful not to give up a goal. Putting pressure on there. Comes upfield, Oshkosh trying to go into the Carthage zone, which they do. Maya Stone with a beautiful block there. Important block, I think. That ball rolls down the end line, or the sideline, I should say. But it does go out of bounds, so that'll be a throw to Oshkosh. 4 to play. In field now. Addie Serenas has it at the back. Makes a nice ball looking for Maggie Thome. It's kind of misplayed a little bit there by Oshkosh. But now it comes back the other direction. They'll have a little bit of time to run here. That's Gabrielle Matillo. She's running fast. Nice little pass in there. Can she get to it before it hits the end line? Offside. So she had run a little bit too far and was behind that second to last defender. So what looked like it might be an opportunity ends up just being an offside and a free kick for the Firebirds with about 3 minutes to play. Can they get one more opportunity here in these closing minutes and try to get another win? As I mentioned, they are 2-0-1 at home, 2 wins and 1 draw. They've not yet lost on their home pitch. And they'd love to be 3-0-1, but we'll see. Well, it's kept in on the far side. Nicely played. Katie Talons now. She did get around her defender, but the covering defender was able to get over there and knock it out of bounds. That will be a Carthage throw, though. Keeping it in the Oshkosh zone. A little bit of a miscue there on the throw-in. They try to go long. Addie Serenas running across field. She clears it, but it does come only as far as Gabrielle Matillo. Maggie Thome with a nice defensive play there. There's Matillo again, though. She shoots, and it goes wide. Well wide of the goal. 2 minutes to go. Fans always hold their breath a little bit. Don't want to give up a goal in the last 2 minutes of the game. As I mentioned the other night, they gave up a last-minute goal. I think it was about this time. I think there was maybe 3 minutes to go or something in that game. It was certainly very late. So Carthage will be trying to keep it buttoned up here, but also maybe try to get one more opportunity if they can. Most important not to lose at this point, I would say, but sure like that victory if they can get it. Bounces centrally. Serenas is able to clear it. Comes back upfield. Stone with a block and a long-range shot there.
1 minute remaining.
That was Brianna Kell, who had that long-range shot with just over a minute to go. So just 1 minute to go now. Maya Stone tries to boot it upfield as far as she can. Goes out of bounds there to Oshkosh. They have the ball now down in the corner. Looks like they may get one more opportunity here. Addie Serenas gets a boot in there. It's loose in front. Ainsley Stallworth, alert to the danger, gets out and dives on top of that ball and rolls over it. Could have been an opportunity there for Oshkosh. Can Carthage get one more opportunity? There's only under 20 seconds to go now, as Oshkosh controls
10,
the ball.
9, 8, 7, 6,
It bounces high.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is the game here from Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The final score.
Your
today,
final score from today's game: Carthage College 1, Oshkosh 1. Thank you for attending today's game and for your support of Carthage Athletics. Drive home safely, folks.
So the final score here, as you heard there, was 1-1. Upcoming for the Carthage women, they'll travel next to UW Whitewater on Wednesday, and then next Saturday they'll be at Illinois Wesleyan the 23rd for their CCIW opener at Illinois Wesleyan. Their next home game will be October 4th when they'll be back here at Art Keller Field to take on Carroll College. Upcoming for Oshkosh, they're going to the University of Chicago is coming to Oshkosh on Wednesday, and then next weekend they'll be in Michigan on the 22nd and 23rd with their conference opener soon to follow at UW Lacrosse. So from Art Keller Field, this is John Bruning for all of the students and all of the people that you're seeing on the screen now who are working hard for you here for every home game. This is John Bruning signing off from Art Keller Field. The final score today, 1-1, Carthage College tied with UW Oshkosh. This has been Carthage Firebirds Women's Soccer.